He's a Boston kid whose dad is a scout for the Colorado Avalanche, who's a former player. The dad was a player for Boston College, and trying to get a player out of the Boston area to come to this league, a high-end player, is something that our league has had a very difficult time doing. So for us to get a player out of there whose dad was an alumnus of one of their top two schools was a significant accomplishment for not just the Wildcats, but for our league. And when you see Adam Ernie in Quebec from Connecticut and Brandon Shea from Boston in our league, I think everybody in New England in the hockey circles are watching to see how these boys, how their experience goes, and we're hoping that it'll open the doors for not just the Wildcats and the Ramparts, but other teams as well. And having said that, Brandon's come in, he's just turned 16 years old, he's very, very young. He's battling through some personal adversity. His mother has cancer. I was close to him not coming to start the season, but I think for 16 years old, you can see he's got outstanding talent, and I think when he gets a half a year under his belt, he's going to be a very good player.
Some of the fans can keep their eye out. Brandon Shea is the name, and most believe he'd be a top 5 pick in the draft. He went 13th overall to Moncton. I talked to Dominic Ducharme last night about Nathan MacKinnon, the 16-year-old who can have an impact. How much ice, how much responsibility gets a long season. I'm sure you've discussed that with the coaching staff as you try to manage this 16-year-old.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 16-year-olds playing in the league, to be honest with you. Just it's such an enormous jump. And look at Jonathan Huberdeau in St. John, who had 37 points as a 16-year-old, jumped up to 103 points last year. It's hard for 16s to play in this league. The kids that are turning 21 years old are at times 5 years older than they are. And the strength factor and the skill factor is enormous. So if you come upon a 16-year-old who can make a dent in this league and can play a regular shift and really contribute, he's going to be a top gun. So if you look at Nathan MacKinnon in his start with 9 or 10 points after 3 games, I mean, the future looks extremely bright for him and for the Mooseheads in that regard.